Chapter 153, Blood Dyeing the Sea, Lizard Island 1. The weather was different in the sea at night. It was as profound and unpredictable as the sea. In the surroundings of Sea Lizard Island, thunder rumbled in the sky and bolts of lightning flashed. A storm was about to descend. Under the illumination of the lightning, at the top of the highest mountain on Sea Lizard Island, the mad slaughter continued. The value of the 3 lizard skins with divinity was enough to make rogue cultivators risk their lives. The loud sounds of the battle and thunder overlapped. The killing intent in Xu Qing's eyes was so dense that it was about to overflow. His body ruthlessly collided with the body of a Lichu sect cultivator, and a huge impact pushed the other party's body back. Xu Qing ignored this person's counterattack and the incoming spells. As he stabbed the other party's chest and heart 6 times in a row with the black iron stick. Every strike caused the Lichu sect cultivator's body to tremble. At the next instant, as the spells from the surroundings arrived, Xu Qing's body swayed and he dodged. Amidst the rumbling sounds, the corpse of the dead Lichu sect cultivator broke into pieces. The instant Xu Qing retreated, for non-human body, or Feynman sea ghost cultivator surrounded him and attacked recklessly. There was also the burly sea ghost cultivator with the sinister face on his chest. He performed a series of hand seals and a gigantic blood ball formed, which transformed into a blood-colored bat that flew towards Xu Qing. It had sharp teeth, as though once bitten by it, even if the target didn't die, they would be heavily injured. Seeing that he was in danger, Xu Qing waved his talisman to form a protective barrier. After resisting the attacks of the blood-colored bat and the few sea ghost cultivators, he borrowed the momentum to retreat and headed straight for the 3 Lichu sect cultivators who were rushing over. His goal was very clear. He had to kill the Lichu sect first. The reason why he chose the Lichu sect was because the other party posed the greatest threat to him. The Lichu sect's indifference to life wasn't only targeted at outsiders, but also at themselves. This allowed their combat strength to be extremely high. Xu Qing's retreat was accompanied by the Bashadow Sea of Flames. However, the expressions of the 3 Lichu sect cultivators didn't change at all. They continued to rush over and instantly collided with Xu Qing, attempting to exchange death for injury. When they collided, one of the 3 Lichu sect cultivators' chest caved in, but he still held on to Xu Qing's waist. The other's forehead was penetrated by the iron stick, but he firmly grabbed onto it, not giving Xu Qing a chance to retract it. The eyes of the last person revealed emotions for the first time: fanaticism. Lichu, he shouted, and his body instantly burned, transforming into a dazzling spear of light that headed straight for Xu Qing at an astonishing speed. It arrived in an instant and was about to pierce through. A cold glint appeared in Xu Qing's eyes. The 900-foot-high spirit sea in his body erupted and transformed outside his body, sweeping in all directions. The 2 corpses of the Lichu sect's dead cultivators were instantly crushed. Even the cultivators who were rushing in couldn't dodge and were sent flying in all directions. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Xu Qing moved to the side. The approaching light spear that carried heat and destructive intent slashed past his chest. Although he wasn't pierced, just that graze caused his flesh to be badly mangled. Xu Qing's breathing was hurried as he continued to retreat 50 feet away. After that, he stopped and crouched down like a cat. His right foot stomped fiercely on the ground, and he charged out like an arrow leaving the bow. He left after images as he arrived in front of another Lichu sect cultivator. This Lichu sect cultivator's eyes also emitted fanaticism. Lichu, he let out a low roar and actually chose to self-destruct. Now, there were only 3 people left in the Lichu sect. Among these 3 people, other than the one in the middle who didn't move, the other 2 quickly rushed out and headed straight for Xu Qing. Their eyes under their robes were also burning with passion. They also chose to self-destruct. The sea ghost became anxious. The remaining 11 or 12 people immediately attacked. As they unleashed their trump cards, 3 talismans formed killing intent that suppressed Xu Qing. Not only that, but the eyes of the rogue cultivators in the surroundings who were originally watching, and those who rushed over from the other mountain peaks also revealed fervor. They moved closer one after another and some even started attacking. Xu Qing seemed to have fallen into an intense crisis. At the next instant, as the 3 Lichu sect cultivators self-destructed, the sea ghost attacked, and the talismans activated. The place where Xu Qing was at was instantly drowned by rumbling sounds and dust. However, Before the dust could settle, Xu Qing rushed out like lightning. The yellow light barrier around his body flickered. It was formed from the power of another talisman. He also had a flight talisman on his leg. All of this caused Xu Qing's speed to surpass his previous limit. He instantly arrived in front of a rogue cultivator holding a dagger and slammed into him. Amidst the mournful cries, the rogue cultivator's body collapsed. Xu Qing didn't stop. He caught the dagger the other party released and sped through the surrounding crowd. There was still blood at the corner of his mouth and his doused robe was torn in many places. However, the coldness in his eyes didn't melt at all. Everywhere he passed, miserable cries rang out and corpses fell to the ground. Blood flowed in all directions, causing the soul on the mountaintop to emit an intense stench of blood. There were also a few sea ghost cultivators whose heads flew up as Xu Qing passed by them. This savage slaughter lasted until the last person from the Lichu sect and the burly man, with a face on his chest from the Sea Ghost organization, acted together to stop Xu Qing. Only then did Xu Qing's killing spree halt.